They say your home is supposed to be the safest place on Earth. But what if it isn't? What if every time you heard a creak, a whisper through the vent, it wasn't your imagination? What if someone has been living inside your walls this entire time? This isn't a ghost story. This is about a person who shouldn't have been there. In 2018, a woman named Claire moved into a small house outside Denver. Fresh start, cheap rent, quiet neighborhood. But the house was too quiet. The first night, she heard a sound she couldn't explain. Footsteps, slow, soft, coming from inside the walls. She laughed it off. Old pipes, she said. Except the house was newly renovated and no attic, and no crawl space. And yet, every night at exactly 2:14 a.m. came the same sound. Creak, creak, shuffle. Weeks passed. The noises got worse. Claire started recording them at night. One morning, she listened back at first, just white noise, then a voice. "Don't go in the kitchen." She froze. She replayed it. Same words, same voice, but the voice wasn't hers. She tore through every vent, every cabinet, nothing. But behind the fridge, she noticed something strange, a faint line in the drywall, like someone had cut and resealed it. She tapped it hollow. Next morning, she called the landlord. He said, "No renovations were ever done there. You sure you're not hearing animals?" That night, the sounds returned, louder this time, scraping, breathing, then tapping. Claire pressed her ear to the wall and heard a whisper. "Can you hear me?" She screamed, ran to her bedroom, locked the door. But even through the silence came another voice. "Don't lock me out, Claire." She called the police. They arrived 20 minutes later. They searched everything, no forced entry, no footprints. But one officer asked her, "Ma'am, are you sure you live here alone?" 2 days later, Claire's brother Adam came to stay. He didn't believe her. Creak, shuffle, whisper. They both heard it. Adam grabbed a hammer, pulled the fridge forward, and hit the wall. The plaster gave way. Behind it, a small square space, big enough for a person to crawl through. They shined a flashlight inside and froze. A mattress, food wrappers, a phone, a small camera pointed outward. Someone had been watching Claire through tiny holes drilled in the wall. The police returned. This time, they tore open the wall completely. Behind it, they found a crawl tunnel running from the kitchen to the hallway. Inside, fingerprints that recently burned matches, and a note. "You shouldn't have found me." Claire moved out the next morning, never came back. But a few weeks later, the police called. They caught someone. A man, late 30s, a former tenant, evicted years ago. He never left. He'd been living inside the walls, watching her, recording her, stealing food when she was gone. When asked why he never hurt her, he smiled and said, "She talked to me sometimes. She just didn't know it." They say your mind forgets trauma to survive. But Claire never forgot the sound. Creak, creak, shuffle, even in her new house. She swears she still hears it. Maybe he's still in the walls. If you hear noises at night, check your vents, check your walls. And if you ever find a tiny hole behind your furniture, don't scream. They already know you're awake.